Hi there, it's Sam Medina again from JakeTheEvilHair.com and DarkFell.com. Today, doing some new videos. We're penciling another page for Darkfell Return to Moonshadow. For this penciling video, we're going to be using a Stettler Marslumograph number 2H, as well as possibly a Dixon Ticonderoga 2HB, and my personal favorite, the Murado Black Warrior, made by Papermate. It's a 2HB like the Dixon Ticonderoga, but it's a little softer, gives you a smoother line. Great for tight penciling, even though it is a little smudgy. And for roughing in, I love to use a non-photo blue. So let's get started. We're going to be working on a dragon, which is kind of lightly sketched in here. Usually what I do when I'm roughing out, sometimes I'll do it in my sketchbook and lightbox it onto the final paper. I do like to start off with the basic shapes, cylinders, and things like that. For dragons, in particular, this is a land dragon, I like to use as a model the usually different kinds of lizards, particularly the Komodo dragon is very useful. And then, you know, you can always fatten them up, make them thinner or whatever, make changes, but it's a good way to learn the structure of reptile anatomy. So you kind of go in and you make your little cylinders and all that, and then we start tightening up and kind of bringing it in. Also today, kind of experimenting with a different camera angle, thanks to a good friend, Janda, from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, from Ader's Firefly. Great webcomic. Definitely check that one out sometime. And one of the things about lizards is that they do have very loose skin, so we're going to go ahead and put in some wrinkles where the leg meets the body. We're just going to start putting it down here. Let's see if we can get this on camera. But it's also good practice to kind of get comfortable with holding the pencil in different positions. Not just for the purpose of filming like right now. Normally I wouldn't hold the pencil this way. I'm trying to get this on camera. But also sometimes when you're tightening up, you've got other things you've already drawn on the paper and you don't want to get it all smudged and have your hand everywhere. So sometimes to reach over, you want to be comfortable holding the pencil, even, you know, like I'm doing here, where I'm really just mostly drawing with the fingers and very subtle movements coming from the shoulder. So we've got a leg here, and let's get that in the middle there. I'm kind of giving him some kind of very loose skin. It's one of the things I noticed about the Komodo dragons. Their skin's kind of loose and hangs a little bit. Alright. Alright, put in some toes. Usually with toes I'll start off with cylinders or rectangular shapes. And I build from there, and I don't do anything too crazy with the claws. But here we go, some basic little claws. And for this purpose of this drawing, our light source is going to be coming mostly from above. So we're going to give ourselves a few little contour lines, kind of little note-taking here. Let's see if we can zoom in on this a little bit. Okay. Spin it around. I'm going to give myself some little lines here to indicate where I'm going to throw some shadows in. And sometimes I don't even put in the shadows. Just the line itself sometimes will indicate that there's a sort of boundary there. And your reader's eye can sometimes fill in the blanks on that. Alright, now zoom out a little and work on the rest of our dragon. This particular ner'gash, I kind of modeled his head on the dinosaur known as Ankylosaurus. They're a little kind of wide-bodied, very tough little dinosaur with a lot of horns and spikes and a tail with a club at the end. His tail isn't like that, but I kind of gave him the head very similar to that. So I thought it was a good look. Some people will say, well, that's not original. Well, some people will also say originality is forgetting where you stole it from. Because let's face it, all our ideas come from somewhere. Our main creativity really, I think, is in giving it our own flavor. Alright, give him his eye ridges here. Little spike there. Alright. And I'll switch over to the Marauder Black Warrior. Because with this little guy, I'm pretty sure of what I'm doing, so I might as well go in hard and heavy. Give him some folds of skin here for his neck. One of the areas where a lot of the lizards seem to have some extra skin. And we're going to come back in a little bit and kind of finish this up.